Africa in the Picture is really important. You know, it speaks to all of us. It's important for not only Africans, but, you know, like, you can recognize so many things in it. Also me being from Curacao, some people being from Suriname, but I think also Dutch people. It's really like universal.
Especially because we are a country where cultures beautifully blend together, and I think this festival is a great example of the art that we share as a country.
I think this whole issue is actually non-issue. Africa in the Picture belongs to the city of Amsterdam just like Africa belongs to Amsterdam, because Africa is not just somewhere else, but Africa is everywhere. It's here in Europe, it's in the US. African people, African imagination and African movies, of course, are a regular part of city life all over, and that is why even discussing the fact if we need a festival like Africa in the Picture, to me it's a non-issue. It's here to stay, and it will stay.
It's not just one big old place, Africa. It has different types of cultures, different countries. Yeah, it's vital.
It's the most honorable thing. It's the most, it's the thing that impresses me the most, really. You know, simply because there's not enough of it out there. You know, this is Amsterdam, this is Holland. There's not enough black activity anyways. There's not enough initiatives that showcase us for who we are.
So I'm really hoping and praying that AITP continues and that we can continue to partner going forward. And all the best to you, Heidi. All the best to AITP, and keep on keeping on. We'll see you.
I thought that it was would be a very great idea to have Africa in the Picture in Suriname also, because a lot of the diaspora from Africa is living in Suriname. So I hope that it's not the end for Africa in the Picture.
I think we'd be robbing ourselves if we would allow such a wonderful festival to leave, because diversity is, like I said, it's a part of Holland, and African culture needs to stay represented in the way that Africa in the Picture Festival does that and has been doing that. So we need to realize that we have the power to keep things in order and to keep things running the way they are, and to keep initiatives like this growing.
I can't believe someone could conclude that like African content is irrelevant. Like, how can you say African content is relevant when like we accept what's yours and we screen it in our society and we learn from each other, like cultures learn from each other.
Every now and then I really need to be in a space where I can see people who are just like me, who look just like me. And I would say Africa in the Picture is important, because that's one of the very rare places here in Holland where I really can let my guard down, you know.
Africa in the Picture is relevant to the Dutch society because I am relevant to the Dutch society.
You push a force, an organization like Africa in the Picture aside, you neglect this organization, that can bring more damage in the nearest future than this short, sort of shallow decision. So we will go on.
It brings like a reality that's there, but you don't see it. And they, the entire team, they do that every year again and over and over and over. And yeah, you go there to see films that you never see otherwise.
And I think it gives different role models and other goals to aspire to, because it's so many filmmakers who are doing themselves, come from hardship sometimes and made it possible to make a film. I think for young people it's important to see that you can make it, doesn't matter where you come from.
It's like a big family. You get welcomed into a big family. There are a lot of African directors coming from
all places, all sorts of places in Africa, and you can really feel, taste and smell Africa over there. So it's a great cultural experience, really.
I think it's needed. Yeah, it's needed, just like food.